Got beat. Was a beating. It was a beating. It was a beating. But you know what? Arsenal was a new system, new coach, new things. But as the commentator said, it's gonna take it's really gonna take something for them to actually get back to actually be fully competitive, because I think there are a lot of bricks in Arsenal's team. Jacques is a brick, Bellerin's a brick, Czech is a possible brick. A lot of bricks in the team, and Ozil is. I think Ozil has to go under review, or he have to be inducted. But you see how good Man City are, and I think that with Man City, why they're going to be so difficult to beat right now is that, I told you, this has to be one of Guardiola's best teams, because they're extremely effective, because these guys know how to keep the ball, but they also know how to counter-attack on you, and they know how to quickly create chances. And I think the ease in which they were able to exploit Arsenal, find space, defeat the Arsenal press, get into a position where they are 3-on-3 and Arsenal are on the back, for the amount of times when Arsenal were literally about, damn, we're almost outnumbered, or it's 3-3 or like 2-3. It was crazy, because that just shows you City's precision passing, their movements, and how quickly they were able to move the ball. And I think that City's movements of the ball was just too much for Arsenal to really compete with. And look, man, I think maybe Sterling just plays with more freedom and has much more confidence under Guardiola than under South. Because again, with England, it seems as if he's inhibited, because you still see a few flashes, but like when you just look at how his performance in that first half, even before the G, and you look at the G, you're like, man, no, this is a really good footballer here. This is a guy that can cause guys a lot of problems, because speed is one thing, but when you now combine speed with footballing skill, movement, the ability to have command of the ball, whereas you're weaving in and out of players, and defenders are finding it very hard to get the ball off of you. You go out and you can go on the inside, and you're making smart plays. That is a very dangerous asset to have with your speed as well. So it was a superb goal. Like, the goal that he scored was an absolutely superb goal. Like, for a guy like me who has criticized Sterling for not having a footballing brain, what Guardiola has done with him is amazing, because that was a quality goal, and it's capped off a great performance from in the first half. But I think also I think that's when you know that a team is on it. Whenever a team play one-touch football and it works, that's when you know that, okay, the manager has done his job. I think that's where Emery's trying to take Arsenal to, where it's one touch and everyone's on it. Whereas for Arsenal, guys are still dwelling on the ball, because they don't have confidence in playing one touch and the ball actually going to a man. City, 1, 2, 3 touch, boom. They're on a breakaway. 1, 2, 3 touch, boom. They have the overlap. That's just amazing coaching, and a team who are just 100% set in the ways and are going to cause some serious issues for guys in this league. But look at Arsenal, man. I thought Mkhitaryan was trash. Mustafi still can't defend. Bellerin is a iffy defender. And Cech, the thing with Cech is that, if you can't play from the back, don't try and do it. It's as simple as that. If you can't play from the back, don't do it. There is nothing that says, oh my gosh, you must play from the back. It is a must. If you can't, because the amount of times Arsenal played from the back and almost got done was crazy. But the same thing as well for City. See, Arsenal should have gotten more goals, but they screwed up. Hence why Ozil possibly might be break of the game, because there were so many opportunities in which Arsenal won the ball off of City playing from the back. And if they had just played the right kind of pass to Aubameyang or the right kind of move, they would have gotten a goal. But Mkhitaryan messed up too many times. Ramsey messed it up too many times. But the thing about it is that, look, for Arsenal, it's going to take some time with these guys. And I think that Xhaka, this is not it, man. I think the small time that Torreira played, he was actually pretty good. The Guendouzi dude, again, he's young, but I thought, that is a guy that can be useful as a destroyer. I think Torreira is the midfielder for Arsenal. I think he's the sitting midfielder who should control the midfield. Whereas you look at someone like Ramsey, again, he was not really on it, but that is your attacking midfield and so forth. And I do feel that Emery has to create a situation and a formation in which both Aubameyang and Lacazette are on the pitch. I said, once Lacazette came onto the pitch, Arsenal looks far more threatening and far more dangerous. So he has to create a situation where, how can I organize this team in which both Lacazette and Aubameyang can both be in this team, and how can I make that work? Because I think that would be very important. But I think for City as well, you see, for me, I think this was one criticism for City is that I think that he should have started with Leroy Sané. I think that when you just look at how Arsenal were suffering defensively, how it was a team that were definitely trying to get used to a system and were struggling with the speed in which City were coming at them. I felt that when the ball came to Mahrez, although he was still good, he was slowing it down. Whereas someone like Leroy Sané would be far more direct. So I think if City had two direct wide men in Sterling and Sané, it could have been 2 or 3-0 in that first half. So I think Arsenal were lucky that Leroy wasn't starting the game, because if Leroy was on that game with Sterling, it would have been lighter, because that's Miles guy on the left and Bellerin on the right. They were getting slacked. They were getting completely and totally slacked. So for me, that dude in this game, I was going to give it to Sterling, but I'm going to go roll with Mendy. Now, this is what scares me. City won the game by 300 points without Mendy. You just saw what Mendy does, because so City were winning this game without a guy who can defend, but is an asset going forward, can go forward with the ball, is comfortable with the ball, and is a smart cross with the ball. See, Mendy crosses the ball very smartly. This is what he was doing at Monaco. He's very good at distributing the ball and knows how to make the right pass. So he's not one of those guys that would just cross into the ball. He's actually thinking about the cross that he does, which very few wide men or wing backs or wingers do. They don't really think about what they're doing when they cross, which is what made that goal to Bernardo Silva so good, because he knows Bernardo Silva. He knew that, you know what, Bernardo Silva, he's short, he's small. Let me give it to him on his feet in space. Let me do the cutback. Let me act as if I'm going to go to the byline and hit it across, get to the byline, just pull the ball back. I know that Bernardo Silva is going to come back. If he's on his left foot, he's going to go in, and it was a beautiful G. And it same guy that scored against. So look, Arsenal, is it the same old? So now, break of the game, I want to look at my poll that I put out. So I put out 2 polls. First of all, the break of the game, I said break of the game so far, and this was, I think, during the first half, and Emery's tactics and check both got 31%. So, and I did a final call for break of the game, and Emery and Bellerin were on 10%, check on 32%, 48% was Ozil. Because there were so many breaks, I had to give it to the crowd. So, sorry, man, I'm rolling with the Zillage for break of the game. I just felt that a lot of instances when he tried to cross the ball, it's messed up. He had 2 great opportunities. When Lichtsteiner gave him the pullback, he messed that up. And the best opportunity, Edison messing the ball up, passing the ball straight to him, poor control. If he had controlled it well, he would have been 1-on-1, and I would have easily put the ball. So I just felt so many mess ups. And again, for Ozil, you have to take control of the game, and you need to be much more attacking. Sometimes you need to shoot. You can't always pass the ball, and there needs to be much more of an attacking, courageous intent within you. You can't just be happy with that. Well, I tried to pass, I did my job, that's it. No, get the flipping goal, score the damn goal. It's not about, well, I did my role, but no. You're an attacking midfielder. If you're an attacking midfielder, you provide it and you try and score. Okay, and you try and win the game for your team, either by yourself or helping others. But really, if others can't do it, you've got to help the team to win by yourself. So, but overall, man, City are going to be a very tough team to beat. Mendy being fully fit, I think, is a real problem. That's going to be a serious problem. Mendy being in this team is a serious problem. I think Mahrez is going to be an asset. That chance he was scored. So I just think that the options that they have off the bench, how they're playing, they've got their one-touch football. Doesn't look like they've lost a step. As I said again, man, they're going to be the team to beat this season. They're looking very, very good, and they're looking very, very on point. For Arsenal, for Emery, it's only one game though, but players are needed because there are a lot of bricks in that team. Thank you for watching this video. Think about pledging and become a Harpo Football Hut patron. Pledge an amount each month and gain access to exclusive videos from your boy, the Football Hut, for more analysis. Peace.